Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A huge play there right off the bat. 66 yards for him on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Falcons grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 25 yards that time.
Someone sharp in this game. He had a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Now, before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And there's Williams. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
On 2nd down, Eckler. It's a room to maneuver. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, and they stick with Eckler. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Herbert just beat the play clock, and it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
But it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That was tremendous effort, especially after the catch. Breaking through tackles, fighting for extra yards.
So was that just great effort? Or were there a lot of missed tackles?
Yeah, the defense did help him a bit.
Yeah, they certainly did, but let's focus on the positive. He made it happen.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Anthony Harris.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down and inches. And caught by London. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give them 14 yards then.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
This pass is caught by London. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right.
Hitting London coming across the field.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Khalil Mack had just 6 sacks in 7 games in 2021 due to a foot injury. Now he's in Los Angeles with the Chargers, and they believe they have themselves the best 1-2 combo in football, with he and Joey Bosa coming off the edge.
Back to throw here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And now, after coughing up the football, serious concerns on that sideline. Their defense surrenders the tying touchdown to start the third quarter, and now the offense follows that up by committing the turnover.
And I think you're sensing the exact same thing that I'm sensing, that the energy, much different here in the second half. We talk about it a lot, but you can feel it kind of rippling through the stadium, and it's affecting the players.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
That wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there, yeah.
Oh. And
you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Arnold Ebiketie gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the...
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 7. It's Eckler again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's into the hands of Edwards.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And the Chargers first down.
Let's go.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Running on first down, Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Herbert going to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing, Herbert. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Atlanta, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.